Once upon a time, in a land far away, a menacing illness descended upon the great Sasanian Empire and their age-old rivals, the Byzantine Empire. This was the dawn of the first pandemic, famously known as the Plague of Justinian, named after the valiant emperor who, despite contracting the dreaded disease, managed to cheat death through rigorous treatment. Legend has it that the epidemic, which raged from 541 to 549 AD, claimed the lives of a staggering 25 to 50 million souls over the course of 2 centuries. The profound impact of this calamity was vividly described by the esteemed historian Procopius in his riveting second volume of the History of the Wars. In it, he recounts his own harrowing encounter with the plague and shares its devastating effects on the burgeoning empire. In the fateful spring of 542, this relentless pestilence awoke in Constantinople, slyly infiltrating port after port before embarking on a treacherous journey across the Mediterranean Sea. It stealthily wormed its way into the heartland, traversing the majestic lands of Asia Minor, and leaving in its wake a trail of devastation in Greece and Italy. Whispers in the chronicles suggest that the plague of Justinian finally relented its grip on humanity in the midst of the 8th century. As rumors spread through the dimly lit streets of the empire, some dared to attribute blame for this horrific tragedy to their very own emperor. Procopius, in his captivating work known as The Secret History, dared to insinuate that the malevolent Justinian too, tainted by his own sins, was either the architect of this malevolent plague or a pitiful pawn, condemned to suffer its wrath as divine retribution. Thus, unfolds the tale of the first pandemic, a dark chapter in history where power, mysteries, and the fragility of life converged in an epic struggle against an invisible foe. Legend has it that the Black Death rose from the depths of Mongolia, as revealed by the accounts of esteemed Arab historians, Ibn al-Wardini and al-Makrizi. Historical records from China also shed light on a massive outbreak that ravaged Mongolia in the early 1330s. In the year 2022, groundbreaking evidence presented to the world pointed to Lake Issyk-Kul in Kyrgyzstan as the birthplace of this sinister plague. As fate would have it, the Mongols, in their far-reaching empire, severed the Silk Road, the vital trade route connecting China and Europe. This act halted the Black Death's encroachment from the depths of eastern Russia to the western realms of Europe. Curiously enough, the European epidemic's origins can be traced back to a fateful event, the Siege of Kaffa, the last bastion of Italian merchants in the Crimea, orchestrated by the Mongols. It was during the grim winter of 1346 when the plague made its move, creeping stealthily among the besieging forces. As a cloak and dagger tactic, the Mongols propelled trebuchets that launched plague-infested corpses into the heart of Kaffa, marking one of the earliest recorded instances of biological warfare. Little did they know that they were unwittingly unleashing a catastrophe upon themselves. Come spring, the Italian merchants, sensing the impending danger, hastily boarded their ships, seeking refuge away from the doomed city. Unbeknownst to them, they carried within their vessels the dark secret of the Black Death. Aiding the relentless spread of this merciless plague were the fleas that infested rats, acting as its unsuspecting carriers. Traveling aboard ships and accompanied by humans, these rats migrated far and wide, their journey facilitated by grain bags, clothing, ships, wagons, and grain husks. Studies have shown that black rats, the primary transmitters of the disease, had a particular fondness for grain as their primary sustenance. An unsettling realization emerged. The massive fleets of grain-laden ships that transported vital sustenance from Africa and Alexandria to densely populated areas played a crucial role in amplifying the efficiency of the plague's transmission. Thus, the Black Death wove a dark tapestry of despair and devastation. forever etching its name into the annals of history. Its impact reached far beyond the realm of public health, reshaping the very fabric of society. Legend has it that the mass mortality rate brought about a coarser and more violent era, permeated by escalated warfare, rampant crime, popular uprisings, zealous flagellant movements, and ruthless persecution. In the enchanting land of the mid-19th century, a dreadful plague emerged from the shadows, casting its dark veil across the world. This was the infamous Third Plague Pandemic, affectionately referred to as the modern pandemic. Legend has it that the plague, like its predecessors, spawned in the mystical realms of Eastern Asia. Whispers tell us it first awakened in the province of Yunnan, China, where ancient plague foci lay hidden, waiting to be awakened at 50 as the sun set on the 18th century. The disease slowly stirred, sending shivers of terror through the hearts of those in southwest China 51. Little did they know that a malevolent force was about to be unleashed. But it was in the bustling city of Canton, in the dawn of January 1894, when the plague unleashed its full fury upon humanity. With each passing moon, its cold grip tightened, mercilessly claiming the lives of 80,000 helpless souls by June. And alas, with every ripple of water, the insidious plague took mighty strides, swiftly devouring the city of Hong Kong, leaving behind a trail of over 2,400 fallen souls in just 2 short months, 53. Yet, this dark tale did not end there. The third pandemic had set sail, embarking on a sinister journey that would forever alter history. In the latter half of the 19th century and the early years of the 20th century, the plague spread its vile curse to countless port cities across the globe. Carried by the winds and currents that guided the ships of the seas, 54, it crept into the heart of San Francisco's Chinatown, casting a shadow of fear upon its denizens from 1900 to 1904. 55, Oakland and the East Bay fell victim to, as the plague tightened its grip from 1907 to 1909. 56. Little did authorities realize the extent of this supernatural menace. The outbreak of 1902 brought forth the decision to make the Chinese Exclusion Act a permanent fixture in American society. First enacted by President Chester A. Arthur in 1882, the law was supposed to last for a mere decade, a flicker in time. However, fate had different plans. The Gary Act of 1892 breathed new life into the hateful act, and in 1902, it was made a permanent fixture. 56. The wretched plague had one final chapter to scribe in the annals of the United States. It reared its monstrous head in the thriving city of Los Angeles in 1924, leaving behind a grim reminder of its everlasting presence. 57. Beware, for to this day, the disease lurks in the shadows, dwelling within wild rodents, patiently awaiting its next human victim. 32. It is said that the pandemic continued its malevolent dance until 1959, when the number of worldwide casualties began to dwindle to a mere 200 per year. As the new millennium dawned, a distant land called India bore witness to a devastating outbreak in 1994, claiming countless lives and triggering a great exodus within the country as they feared the clutches of the dreaded disease. 59. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged. In the midst of the 1894 Hong Kong plague outbreak, 2 brilliant minds, Alexander Yersin and Kitasato Shibasaburo, embarked on a perilous journey. In their quest for knowledge, they discovered a malevolent bacterium hiding in the darkness, a creature they named Yersinia pestis. 58. Though the accounts of Kitasato Shibasaburo were shrouded in uncertainty, it was Yersin who triumphed over the shadows, forever etching his name in the annals of history. 59. Thus, this wicked bacterium was christened Yersinia pestis, for it was Yersin alone who had the valor to conquer the horrors of the third plague pandemic. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. If this is, leave a like and a follow.